Hello and welcome to EDUC 407 week number 2. So this video is going to kind of go over all the things that you have to work on this entire week. I'm posting this video as well as the entire module on Saturday, so that gives you a little extra time to work on it. I've started to notice that some people have been posting stuff on their assignments for this week so far. Keep doing that. Make sure you respond to 2 people in the discussion board. This has to be a quick response, nothing big. Just make sure you respond to 2 people as well as your initial post. So please make sure you do that before Sunday at midnight. Okay, so let's get into week 2 and what we're going to be doing. So here's a little overview of our assignments. We have our week 2 assignments. We're not going to look at week 3. Again, when we meet in class, and I believe our meeting in class is, and I'm going to check real quick on my calendar, we're going to be meeting on the 29th. So I'm actually going to put that right here. That's the nice thing about this. I can change things as I go along. But when we meet in class, we'll go over the assignments. We'll look at the week 3 assignments at that time. We'll go over any questions, comments, and clarifications. But this is for you to get started, okay? So just remember, we're going to meet in class on the 29th of August on the Bakersfield campus, probably like 5 to 6. If you have to show up late, no worries. I'll stay as long as I need to make sure everybody is all taken care of. Okay, so let's go over what we're going to do here. So week 2 assignments, these ones should be done, and it should not be, say, February 12th. It should be September 1st. So I don't know why that did not get changed. First. Yeah, I'm just making the changes on the fly. Sometimes I got to do that. You're going to have 5 things that you're going to have to do. You're going to be doing a little section on the ISTE Empowered Learner. Okay, so that's going to be important. Those are videos and reflections that you're going to do. You're going to do a look at something we call the flipped classroom and blended learning. So there'll be some videos and some reflections that you have to take care of on the discussion board as well as some assignments. You are going to be looking at something empowering students through choice. There's going to be a link. There's going to be some options for you to look at. I want you to look at that because that's going to come up later on down the line in another week. But your major assignments for this next week are screencasting a mini lesson, basically like what I'm doing right here, and a Google form quiz for your mini lesson. So we've got a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing this week. It kind of ramps up. Remember, we only have 8 weeks, so there's a lot to cover. So if you haven't made sure to get online and start looking at stuff, you'll make sure this next week to start early. Don't wait till Saturday, especially on a 3-day weekend, because we know that next weekend is going to be a 3-day weekend to get started. So let's look at our stuff inside Brightspace. And I'm showing you from the teacher area, only because some stuff doesn't show up until it becomes visible. Okay, so you'll see here week 2 assignments video. That'll be there. This video right there, I will place in there. Your first task is to look at these 3 videos. Okay, there's 3 videos right here to look at. And what you're going to do is after you watch them, take some notes and then write down some stuff that's related to it. So I'm going to go over here and show you what the assignment is. It says watch the following videos and write at least 2 ideas from each video. Now you can type your stuff in here. I believe you can do it as a submission box. You could put a file like a Word file, PDF, picture of your handwritten ideas. Just make sure you do that there, okay? And so once you complete that, that's the first assignment that you have to do. Coming back here, hopefully it won't take too long. Here we go. So again, look at those videos, watch them, make those notes, submit it there. The second one is looking at the flipped classroom versus blended learning. Flipped classroom is where basically a lot of times you're going to have the kids, their homework is going to be watch the next lesson. And then when you come to class, then what you do is you go deeper into the lesson. So that way you don't have to spend a lot of time explaining, hopefully. Blended learning is kind of a mixture of that. So just keep in mind, there's going to be a little bit of different things. So you'll see a web page that'll discuss flipped classroom. There'll be some videos and everything like that. So make sure you look at that. There'll be one assignment right here, number 5, flipped classroom scenarios. Make sure you read that and answer those scenarios. You'll either type it in there or you will submit a Word document or some sort of file that has that. Then you'll look at blended learning. So what it looks like in the classroom, so you can do that. your number 6 assignment is blended classroom scenarios. And these are going to be both the flipped classroom and the blended classroom are going to be based upon uh, scenarios based on grade level. So it may not be the grade level you'll end up being at, but think about how would you use this in different grade levels. And then the last one is a flip versus blended discussion. So again, it'll be a discussion board where you're going to give some of your ideas, you're going to post them and respond to 2 other people. Okay, so please make sure you do that. The next task is empowering students through choice. Now, even though you don't have an assignment on this, it's a link, it's going to give like a little presentation. Make sure you look at some of those things. So that way you have a chance to explore. You can do that after you finish all your assignments, but make sure you look at that because it's going to come up over the next few weeks. Your next task, in this case assignment number 8, is going to be screencasting a mini lesson. So if you see what I'm doing right here, I'm screencasting. Basically, I'm creating a video of a lesson. Okay, so what you want to do is create a short mini lesson on a topic, any topic you want. Okay, 5 to 7 minutes, no more than that. Okay, you should speak to the camera, so you should have a webcam, as if you're teaching to a class of students. You're going to post your video to YouTube, and the reason why I say that is because we need the link. So, if anything, if you haven't made a YouTube channel before, make one. Okay, if you need help with that, that's where I'm going to be at. You'll notice that my picture is in the corner. Okay, I don't need the whole thing to be you, just a little portion. The reason why we do that is that for students to really engage, if they see the teacher's face talking to them with the voice, it makes it that much more personable than if it's just a voice by itself. Okay, now you're going to pick a topic, whatever you want. It could be a math, English, anything. Does not matter. Okay, I am not worried if your screencast is perfect. The only thing I'm worried about is that you make it. Okay. Again, this is something that I've developed over time. It's going to take some time for you to develop it as well. So don't sweat it. Okay. What you'll do is that once you've created that YouTube, you'll get a link for it once you do that, and then place that in the submission for this. As long as I see the link and I can access it, you'll be all set. If I can't access it, when I go to grade it, I will let you know so that way you can change the settings. But if you don't take care of that, we'll talk about this in class, that could be a problem. The last thing you have to do this week is to make what is called a Google Form quiz. Okay, so on the lesson that you just made, that you're screencasting, make a quiz based upon that lesson. So that way, if someone were to watch your lesson, if you wanted to gauge how much they understood it and assess that, you have a little quiz set up. That way you could check to make sure they watched it. There are step-by-step instructions in this link. Feel free to look at that. Make sure you embed your video lesson into the quiz itself. This is where the YouTube link is going to be very important, because if you have the Google form, the quiz will be at the top, and underneath it will be the questions that they have to answer. Okay, so that way they can do it all in one shot. Make sure you follow the instructions here. Okay, please make sure you follow the instructions. Get the link to the Google form. Once you get the link to the Google form, make sure you check the settings so I can access it, and then submit it as basically a text. Okay, so that way I can click on the link and go to your Google form, and I can see that your screencast is there as well as your Google form. Okay, again, we're going to discuss this a little bit more when we meet in class. So if you don't fully understand it right away, you can at least get started on the other stuff, so that way we can discuss that. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Thank you for all your help so far in diagnosing any problems, because you know what? This is a new format for all of us, so I'm learning just as much as you are. I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. Have a great weekend, and we'll have a good week.